welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, your host for the program. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We have 4 guests, and I think you're really going to enjoy the show. Our first guest is Lucy King. Lucy is with the foundation of East Jefferson General Hospital, and they've got an event coming up called Up on the Roof, and she's going to be talking about that and how you can be involved in that. Jefferson Parish Councilman Ricky Templett is going to join us, and he is going to be talking about the Gretna Heritage Festival. This is their 22nd year anniversary, and Ricky was there from day one. So he's very proud of what they've accomplished in 22 years. He's going to be talking about the festival, the acts. It is presented by Cox, so we're very much proud to be a part of that organization as well. Christina Taunton is with the Louisiana Walks for Parkinson Foundation, and she's going to be talking about an event that they have at Lafreniere Park, a walk that you and your family can be a part of. And finally, our good friend Stephen Ruther, he is the CEO for the St. Bernard Chamber of Commerce. He's got 2 events coming up, a Give Back to St. Bernard Day and a bicycle ride that is Tour the Parish, which is going to be a great ride. He's going to be talking about how you can be a part of that and all that will be taking place with that ride. Thank you again so much for being a part of the show. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We're very pleased to have the Vice President of Donor Relations for the Foundation at East Jefferson General Hospital, Lucy King. Lucy, welcome to the show.
It's good to be here.
Feels like we're doing this is our first time at a new set. Feels like we're getting ready to do a newscast here or something, doesn't it?
I like it. It feels great.
Let's talk about the foundation. I'm sure a lot of people really don't know about the foundation. I know a lot of people know about East Jefferson General Hospital, but the foundation is, I would think, is kind of a behind-the-scenes organization. And tell us a little bit about some of the things that the foundation is responsible for.
Our foundation is our fundraising arm for the hospital. So we provide extra philanthropic resources so that we can really continue to provide excellent care to this community, which you all know and deserve. We support tons of different initiatives. So whether that's education for our team members so they can have new certifications and be at the forefront of healthcare, or capital projects, so our infusion center, our breast care center, or something very small like a cab ride for our cancer patient.
And now you've got an event coming up on October 21st. It's called the Up on the Roof, and I believe it's your 10th anniversary of the event?
Yes.
Okay, talk a little bit about the event. And I think this is important because you don't really think of hospitals as doing fundraisers, but then you stop and think of all the stuff that the hospital's involved in. If you weren't doing fundraisers for the average patient like myself, might cost a lot more money for the services that you provide. So fundraisers are critical, I would assume.
Yes, and I think people are really used to hospitals having tons of money way back in the day, but foundations and philanthropy is really going to help to bridge that gap between having to treat tons and tons of people and having less reimbursement rates.
Let's talk about Up on the Roof. It's October 21st and the 10th anniversary. Tell us a little bit about what's going to take place with Up on the Roof. I assume it's up on the roof, right?
It is. It is on the roof of the Esplanade Garage. It's on the 9th floor, so you've got great views of the city, Lake Pontchartrain. You can try over 100 different types of beer. We've got 25 different food vendors. Got a great band, a video photo booth.
Wow.
And for those of you who don't drink beer, we've got a lot of wine as well.
Now, the ticket price I saw was $50 for general admission. How much? I saw something about a patron party that you're having?
Yes, if you're feeling generous, we've got a Iberia Bank patron party. You get in an hour earlier. You have access to a martini bar and some higher-end food vendors.
Avoid the lines and things like that.
Yes.
Now, the garage, is that the one that's closest as you're driving down Esplanade? Is that the one that's closest to Esplanade? I mean, from a vantage standpoint, that garage is not used. It's not the one that's back inside more of the hospital. It's just right on the side of the road, if I'm not mistaken.
It's actually kind of right by the Wendy's, closest to West Esplanade.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the Inspire program. I think that's pretty neat.
So we only do these events so we can obviously fundraise for the hospital. So Inspire is the program that the event supports. Our physicians, our team members, and our nurses apply for grants through the foundation. And it's anything that's really going to affect the patient outcome, satisfaction, and experience.
Last year you had over 1,500 attendees at this event. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal. I can't imagine the patron party would be the thing to do, again, to get in early, to get all the food. Lucy, website is ejghfoundation.org. We'll put that on the screen. All information about Up on the Roof can be found on the website. Can you buy tickets on the website?
Yes, you can only buy tickets on the website.
Okay. Does something like this have the capability of selling out possibly? It does?
Yes.
Okay. Fire marshal stuff, and they're giving me the wrap-up signs. Lucy, thank you so much. God bless East Jefferson for General Hospital for all the great work you guys do. You got a lot of my money there because it seems like I'm there a lot. Thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it, and we'll be back in a few more seconds. Welcome back to Across Louisiana. It's always a pleasure to have Jefferson Parish Councilman Ricky Templin on the show, and even more so, we're not talking about government stuff today. We're talking about Gretna Fest. And Ricky, I got to tell you, you've got to be so proud of what Gretna Fest is. We were talking before this segment started of how 22 years ago, Cox was one of the first ones that you called. You mentioned you weren't even really in politics at that time, and I will never forget. It was like a 3-hour day, and it's grown into now a 3-day event. 22 years in the making, and I mean everybody knows what Gretna Fest is. So first of all, congratulations on all your hard work.
Well, thank you, Steve, and thanks for having us on once again. Cox has always been a great supporter and almost in family with us with the Gretna Heritage Festival for over 22 years, so we really appreciate that.
It's well worth. So I could ask you a lot of questions, but I'm not, because you know all the answers, so just run with it.
Well, look, like you said, we're on our 22nd year of a great event that really started with the main purpose to create a day of community involvement and an opportunity for our nonprofit groups to raise funds. That is still the purpose today, but it's no longer a 1-day, 3-hour event. It's a 3-day, 5-stage, 40 bands, and hopefully 100,000 people coming out and enjoying what our community has to offer here.
And it seems like it's always this time of year, right? Because Gretna Fest is, sometimes you've had bad weather, but as far as this time of year goes, we're getting into better weather, so you don't really have the hot days of summer. The times that I've gone, I mean, the evenings have been nice and cool and just very relaxing. Such a great family event. Question always comes up about where do I park, and you've got great solutions to that.
Well, let me tell you, when you said family event, I mean, that's what this is. This is a true down-home, safe family event. You can sit on the Mississippi River, watch ships go by, and listen to great music Saturday night till 11 o'clock.
It's incredible.
And parking and transportation is the key to any successful event to make sure we can get people in and out. At Oakwood Shopping Center, we have a free shuttle service that you can park, and it brings you right into one of the main gates for the Gretna Heritage Festival, as well as we have the ferry running from Canal Street that actually docks by the main stage for the Gretna Heritage Festival. They do charge a fee to ride the ferry, but it's a round-trip fee, and it brings you right into the event. So if I lived in the French Quarter or lived on the East Bank, I'd take the ferry right into the Gretna Fest.
One year I did the ferry, just for fun, just to do the ferry, and literally it brings you right up to the backside. When you come off, you're in the festival already.
Right.
Let's talk about ticket prices real quick.
Okay, at the gate this year, we actually went down on prices this year. It's $20 a ticket to get in, 12 and under are free. Look, we're very conscious of that. Our surrounding areas of the state of Louisiana were put under this tremendous stress by the floods that flooded, 2/3 of the state in a few months ago.
Right.
So we understand those people are having some hardships, and we wanted to make sure that our surrounding communities could afford and have the opportunity to come out and enjoy a good time.
That's awesome. A little bit about the bands this year. I'm a huge Leonard Skinner fan. I heard that. You've got a band coming in that I don't think a lot of people know about, but it's incredible. Blackberry Smoke is a big draw. Also, the artwork, we've got it behind us here. Talk a little bit about the artist who did the artwork.
Well, real fast artwork, we have a great artist who's been doing our artwork for the last 12 years, Christy Works, and if you look at the artwork, it's beautiful. Each and every year she does a painting that she actually auctions off live at the Gretna Heritage Festival, and some years it has gone up to $7,000 for her artwork. So, and then you have an opportunity to buy the poster. On the music, you said it. We have a great lineup. We go from Motown on Friday night to Southern rock hardcore on Saturday night. and Girl Power on Sunday.
Leanne Rhymes.
Leanne Rhymes and Melissa Etheridge.
That's incredible. Ricky, they're wrapping me up, but I want to point out, we're going to put this on the screen. The website is www.gretnafest.com. All information about Gretna Fest can be found on the website, ticket prices. Can you purchase tickets online?
Actually, online right now available for $15 online.
Wow, okay.
Naturally, Ticketmaster has a fee. So, but you can buy them. I suggest if you can buy them online and have them in hand, so you don't have to wait in lines. I would suggest that.
Ricky, again, congratulations on 22 years. You know, the 1st of October is always synonymous with fall and Gretna Fest. So we love being a sponsor of it. And again, congratulations on 22 years. Stay with us. We got a couple more guests. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Thank you again so much for being a part of the show today. We're very happy to have Christina Tanton with us. Christina is a volunteer for Louisiana Walks for Parkinson's. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Louisiana Walks for Parkinson's. Tell a little bit about the organization, kind of what your mission statement is.
Okay, well, this is the 5th year we've done the walk, and Parkinson's is a progressive disease of the central nervous system, and right now there's not a cure, and there's no medicines that delay the progression of the disability. So our mission is to raise money for research and ultimately find a cure.
Raise awareness as
awareness,
well? Okay.
Absolutely.
And October 15th, you've got your 5th annual fundraiser coming up. And I want to point out, it is a fundraiser because you are trying to raise money that goes for the organization and everything. So talk a little bit about the fundraiser. Again, it's the 5th annual, and you've got a great band coming out. I know
it's
that.
so much
I'll let you
fun.
talk about that more than me.
It's so much fun. It's more than just a walk. Registration is at 9, and then the walk starts at 10:30, and then from 11:30 to 12:30 we have tons of food. We have midnight specials going to play, so we have live music. Abita Beer is going to be there. We've got Reginelli's Pizza, Zia's, Acme Oyster House, just lots of food. There's going to be stuff for the kids. Home Depot comes out for a kids workshop. We're going to have face painting. So it's a good time. Also, we do a silent auction and a parade of prizes. We have awesome prizes and items for auction. We have George Rodriguez print.
Wow.
Trips,
That's awesome.
Tickets to the Country Music Awards. So it's a good time.
And now, where exactly in Lafayette Park is the event held? Is it at the Pavilion?
Yes, it's going to be at the Pavilion.
And is that where everybody would meet? Do you walk around the park, or where does the walk take place actually?
So the walk takes place, there's a mile walk that'll be around it, and then we will have shuttles for people that need help or
Plenty
disabled.
of good parking.
Absolutely, there should be parking.
Okay. Ticket prices are
$25 to register.
Okay.
Go to www.parkinsonswalk.org.
And we'll put that on the screen.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Now, on the website, everything about the October 15th day, that food, will you have a listing of who's going to be serving food and the drinks that'll be out there and everything? We have a list of the silent auction items. Really?
We'll have that.
And compared to all the years, how have you done raising money and so forth?
Oh, wow. It's been amazing. Actually, we were one of the biggest grassroots fundraisers last year, so Michael J. Fox Foundation picked us up this year. So we're actually part of the Michael J. Fox Foundation this year. We had over 600 participants last year.
That is incredible. And again, I want to point out, because it's important, a lot of organizations like this, I mean, you have to have fundraisers to survive. And again, so when you come out and you take part in this, it's a great way to spend a day, but it's also a great way to spend money and help an organization who helps others. And you guys really do a great job. Christina, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it. Best of luck with the event coming up. Hope the 5th annual is the best one yet. And hope we get to see you back for the 6th annual walk when that one comes around. We've got one more guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Our final guest is really a good friend of ours, and we're so proud that he drove up from St. Bernard Parish, and he'll tell me it's not that far, and it's not. But you still got to drive up here to get here. Stephen Ruler is the CEO for the St. Bernard Chamber of Commerce. He's been the CEO for 5 years, and Stephen, I can just tell you, you've done an amazing job of getting that parish back. I hate to say the words back up and running, but from an economic standpoint, I've been involved in a lot of chambers, and what you've done in St. Bernard Parish, my hat's off to you, sir, because you've done a great job. And with that, everything at the chamber is going really good right now?
Yeah, everything's excellent. Obviously, we have all the normal events that we have in the course of the year, and I'm here today to specifically talk about 2 more community-oriented events. Obviously, we support our business community and have had a vital role in helping that happen since Hurricane Katrina and certainly over the past few years, but today we're talking about community things.
Well, let's talk about Give Back to St. Bernard Day.
Excellent. So what we're doing is Give Back to St. Bernard Day. It's our first one that we've ever done. And so nationally, they have Make a Difference Day. We picked that date. It's the 4th Saturday in September, and this year,
Okay.
I apologize, not September, October. It's October 22nd this year. And so the St. Bernard Chamber of Commerce, through our young professional organization, the Emerging Professional Council, is coordinating a number of different entities, agencies, volunteer groups, schools, governmental employees, private businesses, nonprofits, to get together, pick projects, and figure out ways of beautifying and making our community that much better. So
Awesome.
it's just a
That's
large-scale organized effort across St. Bernard Parish.
Good luck with that. I know that's important in St. Bernard Parish, and it's good to see the community get involved in things like that. Tour de Parish, this is your 2nd annual
Yes.
bike ride, and I want to point out bike ride, not a bike race.
That's right.
It's a bike ride. Talk about this. I think this is absolutely phenomenal.
So Tour de Parish is a non-competitive bike ride. I'm not an avid cyclist, but obviously there are a lot of individuals who really enjoy that. It's a scenic bike ride throughout St. Bernard Parish. We have 3 different routes. They vary in different lengths to obviously accommodate individuals of different abilities. The shortest one's 11 miles. The second race is 32 miles. And then the third route is actually 60 miles. It goes all the way to the end of the parish to Delacroix.
That's incredible. And we were talking earlier, one thing that I think is important, because you got to know your limitations. And if you did do the 60-mile run, if for some reason you couldn't finish, you do have vehicles, or even for the 32-mile ride, you have vehicles that can bring people back. So you're not going to get somewhere and realize, oops, for some reason I can't finish this, and you got to ride back. You can get a ride back.
Right. People don't have to be concerned. It'll be very safe.
Now,
We have
do me a favor before we run out of
multiple
time. I want you to talk about the T-shirt. It is incredible. I love this.
So this was a great T-shirt designed by one of our chamber members, and you can see it's got a quirky little fish on a bicycle.
that's
but
awesome.
We thought it was very
I think
appropriate
that's
for St.
awesome.
Bernard Parish and for our event, and it just fits in the queue of everything that we espouse and believe in culturally, and this is a great event to be able to promote.
Well,
what we
and one
have.
thing, this is not, I mean, you don't have to be a member of the chamber to do
Nope.
this. So this is,
It's
I mean,
$35
it's a good way to
open
learn
up to-
about the chamber, but it's a community event, and it's how much for?
It's $35 to register.
Per person?
Per rider.
That's all ages? Kids
all
aren't
ages.
free or anything like that? Or
No free.
Okay, because it is a fundraiser. That's fun.
Absolutely.
Food, drinks along the path and so forth?
Yes, there are multiple stops where you can get some refreshments, some snacks, and there will be an after party at the ACOC barn for people to have a more fuller meal.
Do you know any idea what time that would be taking place? I mean, what time does the event start?
So it starts around 7 a.m.
Okay.
And typically by the time all the riders come back, we kick off the party between 10:30 and 11.
Because I'm an avid bike rider, so 11 miles you could probably cover in like an hour and a half or something like that. So just kind of to get on. Your website is www.stbernardchamber.org. We're going to put that on the screen. They're wrapping me up. Stephen, again, congratulations on all the great work the Chamber's doing in St. Bernard Parish. Good luck on these 2 events. Steve Sawyer, your host, and we'll see you next time.